Boy, do I have something special for you guys here today. This is Project Ace by Hiby. And yes, I went to their own YouTube channel to make sure it is pronounced Hiby.
欢迎大家收看我们的海贝百科，海贝。
What's up, everybody? This is David M., the Polish potato. When you stick these into your ears, you're opening yourself up to a whole new world of acoustic experience that you maybe haven't had before. Because if you are like me and you appreciate when things are well balanced, you'll feel right at home when you start listening to these. Having said that, there is enough oomph in the low end, there's enough detail in the mids, and there's definitely enough zing in the highs to keep most people happy. And if you still desire more kick in the low end, then you know what I'm going to say. You connect these to the iFi Hip DAC 3 and press this little button here that gives you even more power in the low end. And granted, there are a lot of earbuds out there, a lot of IEMs out there that will go into the overload territory when you press that button and add bass with the iFi Hip DAC 3. But these particular ones seem to be in a perfect synergy with this DAC. And I know I talk about this particular DAC a lot on the channel, but seriously, that is only because I love it so much, because I love how it works, because I absolutely adore how natural this bass added by this little button here is produced by this DAC. And it has enough power to run everything. In addition to what I already said about the sound signature, you have pretty wide sound staging here and excellent, truly excellent instrument separation. I threw a lot of busy songs at these and it always felt like there was room left for a lot more. Now going into the ergonomics, obviously the elephant in the room is the twisted pentagonal shape. And when you look at these from one side, you're thinking, maybe these won't be very comfortable, but then you're going to surprise yourself, because if you pay attention and look at the other side, the side that's on the inside of your ear canal, you'll see that those rough edges give way to something that is very ear friendly in its shape, and that actually works pretty well. One caveat is that the nozzles are bigger than on many other IEMs. I personally went with the smallest ear tips that were delivered with this set to comfortably fit them into my ears. So if you know your ear canals are smaller than an average person, these might not be for you. Everybody else should be fine. And once I figured out that the small tips work on these for me, they stay in my ears really well. I don't have to adjust them even during long listening sessions. It's a really good fit. And because they are built from materials like magnesium alloy, they are pretty lightweight, so they don't bother you, they don't create any fatigue, even if you listen for hours. Now, this brings us to the looks and the aesthetics, and that is definitely unique and one of a kind here. So if you're a person that is positively triggered by visual experiences, every time you take these out of the box, you'll be like, wow, I made a good decision. This is like a piece of art. Personally, I even like the little chrome insets on both earbuds, even though I am not really drawn to shiny surfaces on IEMs, but in this case it just works. The whole color scheme and the design elements just create a beautiful piece that you will certainly admire every single time you're about to start listening to them. And when it comes to listening, here comes the most essential part of this review, and that is how to listen to these in order to get the best possible outcome and enjoy them to the fullest. So number one, already mentioned, find the right size of tips for you. If you don't create a good seal in your ear canal, there's no way you can experience them the way they were designed. You will not get the full range of sound that they are capable of producing. So the exact method that I recommend is pull your ear back, stick them in, push pretty hard, of course without hurting yourself, but make sure they are well in place. Let go of the ear, hold for a little longer, and then let go of the earbud. This is the best way I found that works for inserting them well into your ear canal, creating a seal, and making sure they are in place the way they're supposed to be. You're isolating the noises coming from the outside, and you're ready for your ride into the musical paradise. Number 2, and here's when you're thinking, David, you're going to tell us again that we have to upgrade the cable. No, not in this case. Perhaps this is a good moment to mention that these babies are not cheap. They cost $250. The good news is you don't have to buy an extra cable. The cable included with these is really good, and it also has 2 different endings. So check this out. This is modular. You can take this off, and you have the 3.5 included in the set as well. So it's 3.5 and 4.4, whatever your output is on your listening device. You can use one of these for the perfect match. And also this is a fully balanced cable, which of course increases the clarity, creates less crosstalk, and lets you have even better quality of sound. Component number 3 is the DAC. You know what I'm gonna recommend. Hi-Fi Hip DAC 3 is my choice number 1, but of course there's plenty others. Whatever you pick, I do not recommend listening without a DAC, because a DAC is an essential part of your sound system if you really care about quality. And of course, component number 4 is the source that you're using to generate the music that flows through all these DACs and cables and into your ears. The better quality you start with, the better effect you're going to have, and the happier person you're going to end up being when it comes to your sonic satisfaction. That's a good name for a store or another channel, Sonic Satisfaction. Maybe even a band? It's now time to talk about the technology and figure out what sits inside these little miracles and what is responsible for this fantastic sound signature. And surprise, surprise, it's one driver. At times when we have 8 drivers per earbud, there's only one here. But get this, it's 12 millimeter, and right according to the description on Amazon listing, it has an air pushing area 1.44 times larger than the 10 millimeter driver and 2.25 times larger than an 8 millimeter driver. So before we start sounding too much like a new iPhone release presentation, obviously this works. Hiby chose to go the traditional way, and instead of coming up with many different components that work together, they just picked a good, serious quality, one big driver that simply pushes the air, and created sound signature that is nothing but a joy to listen to. One last thing that I think is worth mentioning about the technology used is the material that I briefly glossed over before. It's the aluminum alloy, which is both strong and lightweight, effectively reducing harmonic vibrations and distortion to enhance sound transmission quality. Again, for an earbud, for an IEM with just one driver, they sound absolutely magnificent. Last thing worth mentioning, there's a pretty cool box that comes in the set included. It is made of something that feels like leather. I don't know if it is real leather or some other leather-like material, but it's really nice to the touch. It's pretty sturdy. It provides a lot of room, so you don't have to cram your cable and earbuds in. They will never get damaged sitting in here, and it provides really good protection. You can easily stick this into your backpack, work bag, or whatever you have, and it's magnetic, so it closes and opens really easily. And you should expect something like this in a package that costs $250. So bottom line is, do I think this package is worth it? Because of just the sound signature that makes you want to re-listen to your entire music library, I'm already gonna say yes. It's really high quality product. It is beautiful also, and it comes with a good components in the full package. So I would vote this up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope it gave you enough information to make an educated decision if you are thinking about adding a pair of these to your musical arsenal.